If you are new to my channel, hi, this is Batul Diwan, and I am someone who's passionate and who is building a movement to help women who feel stuck, maybe lonely, loveless in their life, who feel wounded, who feel that there is some kind of pain, some kind of toxic relationship they find themselves in, or maybe they feel very stuck, demotivated, and not progressing in their career, and they don't know why, or maybe there's something else, something much more higher that they are longing for, that they seek in life, but they don't know what is it. They feel unfulfilled in their life, and they might be seeking something that they want to live in their passion, but they don't know how. So hi, I am Batul Diwan, and I am here to help you with that, because I have been there, and that's why I understand that pain, and I have come out of it, and now I'm here to help you come out of that situation. So if you want to work with me up close, I have built a community of WhatsApp community of like-minded women like you. You are most welcome to join that community by clicking the link in the description box. There I share regular inner work tips, and I share my insights, daily insights, and I ask my girls that what you want to hear, which topic you want to hear, and sometimes I give them free sessions as well. Also, if you are someone, maybe you are my male viewer as well, and of course you are female viewer, and you think that there is something in your life which you really urgently want to share with me up close, up front, then you can book a free clarity call with me, where you can share your and you can pour your heart out, and we shall work on finding the solution for your challenges. Now, coming back to today's topic, today's live, for which I'm here, which is on how to handle a difficult household situation, how to thrive in a difficult household or toxic household situation, because I'm seeing a lot of people, including women, dealing with such situation and challenges, and that dims down their inner light, that dims down their complete passion, their thriving, their enthusiasm to look and progress in life. So for that situation, and few of my up close people also are going through such situation, so I thought, why not come here and share some of the tips which I was discussing with some of my people, and it came to my mind that why not share it with all of you. So if you are going through such a situation, what you can do is, I'll share, I think, five key points which I have jotted down for you. Number one, always, always be focusing on doing inner work, self work, because your self work, your inner work, is your tool, is your protection around your soul, your emotional, your mental, and your spiritual health, which will not only keep yourself safe from the outer circumstances, but also help you elevate and come out of those situations going around you. For example, if something is happening around you, some quarrel or some emotionally disturbing events are happening around you in your household, just pause, and instead of reacting, try to respond. Maybe it might sound difficult and might sound third worldly, but try to look at situation from third point of view, as if you are not consumed in the situation, but you are observer of the situation, and tell yourself that whatever is happening is not permanent. I choose to respond and not react. And if you take pause in that situation, actually you will be better equipped to respond instead of reacting. That used to happen with me as well, where some kind of incidences used to happen with me during childhood, and I used to either get very upset, very angry, and I used to burst in very negative and inappropriate way, or I used to get very angry but suppress it inside me. Both ways I was creating some kind of emotional disturbances and trauma deposition inside my body, and I was creating blockages inside my mind and body, which I realized later, and some of it are so deeply ingrained in my body that still I am trying to heal out of that. So we do that unknowingly and unconsciously because we react at that situation. So your inner work is the key to take your power back in those situations, and instead of reacting, try to respond. Number two, which is around creating a safe space. If you are in a household or in your circumstance where everyone around you are like that, maybe you define or find a safe space for you. Maybe it's your room, or maybe some corner of your room, or maybe even your bathroom if you don't have your separate room or something, where you keep things as per you. For example, if it's your room, maybe keep your room very clean. Try to keep your room very high vibe, and try to practice your things inside your room so that when you come back to your room you feel safe and secure. So keep a separate space for you. Try to find a separate safe space for you where you can come and recharge yourself, which is very aloof and isolated from all that kind of environment where you are living. Number three, keep yourself in high vibe. High vibe means keeping yourself in high energy states. The people who are in the higher and elevated energy states, like feeling loved, feeling grateful, feeling joyful, bliss, peace, those people are often in the state where they are more prone to attract the opportunities in their life which align to their higher vision, which align to their dreams, which align to what they want to do in life. So if we are in higher frequencies or higher vibration or higher energy states, we become more, give a more conducive environment to universe to bring those things which we really deserve, which we really desire in our life. We create an open space and we create an environment for it to come. So that is how that is why it is very important to keep yourself in high vibe. Now, how to keep yourself in high vibe when you are in such situation? So what you can do, and what I used to do, and what I still do if I find myself in such situation, I go out in nature, connect with nature, maybe walk on grass, barefoot on grass, get some fresh air, interact with people who are in very elevated high vibration state, whom you admire or whom you look up to, whose advices actually help you. Interact with those people, or just go see some sunset, listen to good music, and maybe if you have dog, go and take your dog for walking. And this way you go out for some time, you separate yourself physically from this kind of environment for some time, and you recharge yourself, because nature is a recharger. For example, you see there are some ducks, and I love those ducks. They're most of the times here when I'm doing these kind of lives. So anyways, coming back to the topic, so you can go and physically disconnect yourself from such situation, and just get yourself connected to the environment, connected to the nature, because nature recharges you, nature heals you, nature restores you. And couple it with music, I always say that. And that maybe half an hour or 1 hour will recharge yourself so much that you will be able to better be equipped to go back to that environment or that situation, and you'll be better able to handle that situation again. Now, the fourth point is, what was the fourth point? I always forget. First was, yeah, this high vibe situation. Yeah, fourth point was around setting boundaries. So, what happens is, I understand if you are in a situation which is a toxic household or a very difficult household, where if you try to speak up for yourself, or if you try to set boundaries for yourself, maybe you'll get emotionally or verbally abused, and maybe in some extreme circumstances you can even get physically abused. If that's the situation, my heart goes for you, girl. I truly understand your situation, and I feel so sorry for it. And if you are in a situation where it's not that extreme, but still you are afraid to speak up for yourself, or you're afraid to set boundaries, because at times we develop an unsaid kind of rapport with people around us, or maybe that person is your partner, uh, where we have never spoken for ourselves, and the person get accustomed and get used to that version of you which never spoke up for yourself. So in that situation, you are afraid to speak up for yourself, or you're afraid to set boundary. I can totally understand, especially if you're in a condition where you are with a narcissistic person, you're dealing with a narcissistic household member or narcissistic partner. I understand that situation. In both the cases, what you can do is you can start setting a boundary with unknown people, with people who are not in your close circle. For example, if you go out to market and there something happens, you can speak up for yourself. For example, if you're in a grocery store and you bought some things, and the shopkeeper is putting things inside the bag, and then the shopkeeper forgets to put one thing inside bag, and maybe that person is very reluctant, and the person seems very reluctant, and you seem that that person is not willing to do that for you. That person is expecting that you only pick up your stuff and keep in bag. So there's nothing wrong in it, but what you can do is you can ask the person that maybe you forgot that thing to keep in bag. Can you keep that bag? Can you keep that stuff in the bag? Like that, what you will do is you will give your mind, give your brain, give your consciousness a signal that you can speak up for yourself. You will give yourself a proof that you can speak up for yourself. And when you slowly start doing it regularly, you get in a habit of speaking up for yourself, you get in a habit of setting boundary, and then eventually you come to your close circle, your close people, and start setting boundary. Let me know if you want me to speak on this topic of setting boundary more, how to set boundary without upsetting people. I will make an entire video or maybe entire session for it. Okay. And the final point, the fifth point, is around healing out of codependency. Either it's emotional codependency or it's financial codependency, coming out of that. Because even if you're emotionally dependent on, maybe if the toxic person is a narcissistic partner, or you are financially dependent, this is the biggest roadblock in you gaining your freedom, in you regaining your power, in you regaining your respect. This is the biggest roadblock. So maybe start finding opportunities without letting these people know that you are searching for a job or something. Start finding out that how you can make yourself financially independent, and start reading books which can fill you with motivation, which can fill you with power, which can fill you with life, so that you come out of emotional codependency. Start interacting with people around you which are in high vibe, as I talked point number 2 or 3, and become less and less emotionally codependent on the partner or person, and become less and less financially codependent. That will actually play a major role in you getting your eventual freedom. So as a scientist, the analogy I give around this is, when you are doing an experiment, your output will never change until you change your input. So until you start changing these things, the output you are getting by having this stimulus from people who are in your toxic environment will never change. So with that, I would like to end this live. I hope you enjoy it, and apply these 5 points, if not five, few points in life. And trust me, these points seem very simple, but this is how people, and even me myself, and the people I follow, my mentors, they have come out of such situations. Also, let me know if you want to make me speak about, if you want me to speak about courage and regaining your power, because you feel really powerless in your life. You feel that you're just getting driven in life, and there is nothing you can do about it, and you want to take charge of your life. Let me know in comments by writing either courage or taking 100% responsibility in the comment box, and I shall design an entire session or maybe a video for you that how you can do that. Okay, so that's all for today. Hope you like this video. If you like it. If you're not watching it live, and share this video to the people you think they might need it. I'm sure there might be some, and there might be many who need this. And please subscribe my channel, because that is how I'll be able to reach more and more people, and that is what my mission is. So that's all from my side. My name is Batul, and also reminder, Either join the WhatsApp group if you want to, or book a one-on-one call, or let me know what you want me to speak next if there is something in your mind. Okay, so my name is Batul, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.